Hey guys, new video as promised. Last week I talked about the MCU and I ranked them and talked about all those movies and all that, but I know that's a really big pop culture. Everybody's doing that. It's not like a thing just that I'm doing. So I wanted to talk today about a much smaller film that is over on Netflix. It's an indie film that I don't think a lot of people have heard about. I saw a little bit of buzz about it, like right when it came out for like a week on some places, really just Facebook. But I've seen pretty much nothing about it since, and I think it's a brilliant film that I wanted to give a spiel about, and that is The Fundamentals of Caring. So I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything here, but if you're somebody who wants to go into movies completely blind, knowing next to nothing, I'll just tell you this really quick. It's a great movie. It's got a lot of crude humor. It's a very hard R-rated movie. So if you're not really a fan of crude humor or you're a kid, I'm not a fan of crude humor, and I love this movie in spite of that. So if it's not really your type of thing generally, I think you should still go give this a shot if you're willing. It's a great movie. I appreciated it very much in spite of that. But if you're like very repulsed by it, you can't stand crude humor, this might not be the movie for you. So anyway, that's that. If you don't want to hear any more, go watch it. Getting into more, this movie stars Paul Rudd and Craig Robinson. Robert, sorry. Craig Roberts, I've never heard of before. I actually had to IMDb him to figure out who he is. He's fantastic in this movie. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of him, or at least I hope we will, because he deserves it from this performance. His Paul Rudd is a caretaker in this movie, and Craig Roberts is the first kid that he's ever taken care of. Craig Roberts plays a kid from the UK who moved here. This takes place in right outside of Seattle, Washington, actually, and he has muscular dystrophy, meaning he like has no use of any of his body from his shoulders down. He can barely move his fingers enough to operate his wheelchair, and he's a very snarky, sarcastic kid, probably largely to battle the depression of the whole disease. It's not only does it disable him, but it's also one of those he probably only has till like 30 to live type of things. And so it's a really powerful dramedy. There's a lot of really funny moments and a lot of very heart-wrenching moments. The chemistry between Paul Rudd and Craig Roberts and the journey they go on together in here is very both humorous and heartwarming. What ends up happening is Craig Roberts has like pretty much never left his home. He used to live in the UK, but he like never left his home there and has never left his home here. And Paul Rudd actually convinces his mom to let him take him on a road trip across the country, and they go a bunch of different places, and it's a big like road trip adventure movie between the two of them. Along the way, they pick up Selena Gomez. Actually, is awesome in this movie. I didn't realize she could act as well as she can in this movie. It was actually really funny. The last big thing that I really saw her in was like Wizards of Waverly Place. Aside from like her music videos, I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to her acting career since then. And so it was the first line she has in this movie. She drops an F-bomb, and I was just like, "Whoa, you can do that now? That's right. Oh, okay." But she was great in this movie. She plays a hitchhiker that they pick up, and she has like a troubled past, and she has a cute little will they won't they romance thing with Craig Roberts' character actually. And there's like the emotional arcs that people go through in this movie are really powerful. There's a beautiful like sad backstory thing with Paul Rudd's character in this movie. It's all done through like really subtle flashbacks, and they never directly say or show you anything. It's all just like just enough for you to get it, and it made me cry. It's so sad. And then he has like a redemption from that at the end of the movie. It's a beautiful movie, guys. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, you can just go watch it for free. I mean, aside from the subscription you're paying to Netflix, if you don't have Netflix, maybe pirate it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do what I said. But maybe pirate it if you don't have Netflix, because it's a great movie. I definitely recommend you go watch it on Netflix and support the people. But what you do is your business. Anyway, so that's my spiel. Next Sunday, I'm going to put up another video. I'm going to be at my girlfriend's house at that point. She's got a lot more space to work with. I'm hoping I can find somewhere. I know this angle is a little awkward. I just kind of have my phone propped up on stuff. I'm hoping I can probably find somewhere at her house to like angle it better so that it's not quite as in your face and awkward and looking up at me. I do think I know what I'm going to talk about. I haven't planned out exactly what I'm going to say about it. I don't want to tell you exactly, but I'll give you a pretty distinctive hint as I leave. Bye-bye. Dun, 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 dun.